Hey guys, this is Black Scout Survival, and today we're going to talk about signaling. We're going to talk about audible and visual and passive and active signaling. And signaling is not one of those sexy topics that a lot of people want to talk about. They'd rather talk about knives and packs and whatnot, but it's very crucial in a wilderness survival situation. It's what gets you rescued and keeps you alive. So we'll go ahead and talk about signaling. All right guys, so we're going to talk about different signaling devices here. And some things you need to think about. You have audible, visual, passive, and active. And also you need to take in consideration daytime and nighttime signaling. So whistles is an audible signal, but it's also an active signal. You have to be actually blowing the whistle at the correct time to signal like a plane overhead. Is not going to hear this. So it has limitations. If you're in a heavily forested area and they may not be able to catch up on your visual signals, though, audible signaling device may be the way to go. Your visual, like I said, cannot be heard, but it can be seen, but it's limited to daytime for the most part with a signal mirror. This SAR has a piece of soulless tape, so it can be used as nighttime signaling, but it's also an active signaling device. You have to be actively using it, just like a standard military signal mirror. You have to actually be using it. And these are daytime signaling, except for the SAR is a hybrid and will be used in both. Then you have the Great Land Laser that can be used at nighttime or daytime. So it's a pretty good system, but it's an active signaling device. So then you look, there's a lot of flashlights on the market. Well, this is a Phoenix PD32, and it has the capability to run a SOS strobe. So this is a passive signaling device. You can hook it up on your gear and just let it signal for you, but it can't be seen that well during the daytime, so it's a nighttime signaling device. Then you have something like the MPIL, and they also VS17 marker panels. You can rig this up, and depending on your terrain, you got an orange side and a pink side, but you can rig this up, and this will be a passive signaling device. You don't have to be actively signaling, but it can also be used for an active signal if need be. You can then put on a piece of IR tape, to help with signaling friendlies with night vision goggles. But it's a passive, for the most part, signaling device. And that's important because, things like this that you don't have to operate is if you're injured, and you can't be up actively moving or whatnot, it helps somebody to find you without you using all your energy. Then something like this, a brightly colored space blanket, this can be just as much a signaling device as the MPIL. You can rig it up and somebody can see it from a big distance because it's a larger surface area. So with that, a lot of people choose usually a whistle and a signal mirror, but that gives you limitations. You also need to think about nighttime signaling. And you can get a flashlight like this, or you can get actual strobe, like the military strobes. But a lot of it's up to preference, and a preference like, some people say, this whistle doesn't work well in some environments because of the P. Well, you may want to go with something like this. I like this type of design just because it's flat, doesn't take up a lot of room, versus something like this. So with that, let's talk about, you got active and passive signaling. Okay, I think you should have one that is a passive, so in case you are injured. Day and nighttime, you need to have one that will be versatile in both day and night, and then audible and visual. Okay, you need to have something that covers all those three areas. You don't have to have every single area covered, but one that can be versatile. So the more versatility you have, the better off you are and the less gear you have to carry. But check out blackscoutsurvival.com. I got a review on some of these products up here, and we talk a lot about different signaling devices and the importance of them, you know, in a wilderness survival situation. In a bug out situation, it may not be that important because you're not, you know, everybody else is in the same situation as you, so signaling may not be something you want to do. But check us out, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.